welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sarah with DiY Crafts and More. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if we're old friends, hey, welcome back. Thanks for coming by again. I really do appreciate it. Today's video is a challenge video hosted by Yanni and Diane at Deco Easy and Leeny at Krafty Leeny. I'll leave their channels in my description box below, so make sure you go check out their videos. And also, with today's challenge, there will be a playlist. I think I forgot to mention what the challenge was. Today's challenge is Sign Wednesday. So that means we're going to be making signs. And if you can see right back there is a little sneak peek to the sign I made. And no, it doesn't say HE double hockey sticks. I promise. Anyhow, so as I was saying, check out the playlist, check out the channels, lots of sign inspiration, and let's stop gabbing and go get crafting. To get started with this sign, we're going to take one of the long boards from the Dollar Tree and remove this shamrock. Next, we're going to fill the holes with some spackle from the Dollar Tree. Once that's dry, I'm going to take the color Agave from Waverly and give the sign 2 coats of paint. Once that's dry, we're going to take one of these windmill signs. I'm going to take some needle nose pliers to remove that hanger, and then I'm going to take some side cutters to remove the windmill from the welcome sign part in the back. Once that's separated, I'm going to do a rusted technique on this windmill. I've done this technique before in another video, and I will link that video in my description box down below. It goes into more detail as to how I created this look. Next, I took my printer and computer and I created these letters because I'm going to spell out the word hello using the windmill as my O. So I used the font Sparkly Hearts, and I probably got it from 1001fonts.com or dafont.com. And I just spelled it out and made it the size I needed. Next, I'm going to rub some white chalk on the back of this letter so I can transfer it to the sign. You could use pencil for this as well. I just find that if I can use chalk, I like to use chalk because it removes better than pencil, if that makes any sense. You can just kind of wipe chalk away, where with pencil you got to kind of erase it. So I'm just going to use a stylus to go around the letters to transfer it onto my board. You can use a pencil or a pen to do this as well. Now I wanted to do this instead of just using my Cricut to create letters, because I know not everybody has a Cricut, and I want to be able to reference this video in the future in case I do use my Cricut for a sign. And I can just say, hey, look at this past video and I'll show you how to do it not using a Cricut. You could also use poster letters and all kinds of things for this as well. Next, I'm going to take some Waverly plaster and I'm just going to fill those letters in with a paintbrush. I hope you're enjoying today's video. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of this sign. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. I'd love to have you here on my channel. Once all these letters were dry, I'm just going to take a sanding block and I'm just going to sand over the letters. I wanted to distress this a little bit. I wanted some of the blue to kind of show through the white. And also when I was painting the letters, the paint was drying faster than I could move forward. So some areas were a little textured, but once I ran the sanding block over the letters, they were very smooth. Once I get them to a distressed level that I like, I'm just going to wipe the board down with a baby wipe just to get rid of any of the extra chalk paint and any chalk that was left over from transferring. Next, I'm going to take some of this apple barrel paint in the color Burnt Umber and a dry chippy brush, and I'm going to load up my brush and then dab off some onto a paper towel, and then whatever's left, I'm going to dry brush onto my sign. I wanted the sign to have a weathered look because my windmill is rusted and weathered. The rest of the sign needed to be weathered as well. Otherwise, I think it would look odd. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Do you think it would look odd, or do you think it would look okay to have the windmill rusted and then the rest of the sign be like pristine? Next, I'm just going to hot glue the front part of the windmill back onto the windmill. And then I realized that this windmill was not laying flat onto my sign because there's a little bit of metal in the back where the welcome part was attached. I needed to drill a hole into my sign so that I could push that metal piece through it, and then my windmill would lay flat. So I'm just using a hand drill to do this. If you have a drill with the right size bit, it would be better probably. A lot easier, but I got it through. And then I'm just going to put some hot glue on the back of that just to secure it. It was in there really tight, and I don't think it really needed any glue, but I wanted it to be just on the safe side. Next, I'm going to take some of these pieces from a DIY birdhouse that I had bought from the Dollar Tree. I had used part of the house for a different project, and these were pieces that were left over. So we don't want to waste. I thought this would be perfect to add to my sign. So I'm just taking a popsicle stick or a craft stick, a large one, that I cut down, and I'm just going to hot glue that to the back of these little boards. I staggered them to give them more interest, and I'm just going to cover them in some Mod Podge. Next, I'm going to take this beautiful tissue paper from the Dollar Tree. I did spritz it down with water, and it went on really nicely. I'd never tried that technique before, so if you've never tried it, give it a try. It actually worked really well, and I had very few wrinkles. Once that's dry, I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to clip around the whole piece, and then I'm going to take a nail file here in just a second, and I am going to use that nail file to get rid of the excess paper. I've mentioned it before on my channel that I really like this technique for removing excess paper when you Mod Podge. But this came off super easy. It was very quick. I just had to clip down a little bit on some of those pieces so that I could get the bottom parts off without ripping it. But it was very easy. And once I get this all done, I'm going to add a second layer of Mod Podge onto the top of this. Oh, actually, before I do that, I am going to use some more of the apple barrel paint and distress this first, and then once it's distressed, then I'm going to add a layer of Mod Podge. Next, I went to my Cricut and I did do vinyl for this part. I will leave the font in the description box down below, along with every other product I used today. But I'm just going to transfer this onto these little boards that I created, this little sign here, once all of the Mod Podge was dry. Now I wanted this little part of the sign to be removable because I want to be able to make this a seasonal sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these Velcro dots and I'm gonna put 2 of them on the back of this little sign here. And then I'm gonna add the other part of the Velcro to these dots so that when I go to adhere it to my board, it all matches up nicely. And then when I want to change it out, I can just add the Velcro dots to my next sign and do it reverse. So then I'll put the Velcro dots on the big sign and then I'll transfer them to the small sign so that it's all perfectly laid out. That probably doesn't make any sense. So next I'm going to take some of this light nautical rope from the Dollar Tree and I am going to hot glue it to the complete edge of my sign here. I did add a twine hanger to the back with some hot glue and just some tape. And that finishes up this sign. And see here, you can see how it's removable now. So now it says Hello Spring. So let me know what you think of this project in the comments down below. Hey, if you're still here, leave me a shamrock. I appreciate you. I hope you have a happy and healthy, blessed day. Talk to you next time. What else do I want to add to my intro? Make sure you go check out both of their description and have a wonderfully great day. Have a fun day checking out all the stuff. Make sure you check out, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Make sure you check out the playlist today. And also, don't forget to hit those. Make sure you check out the playlist. Make sure you check out the playlist for lots of wonderful sign inspiration. Make sure you check out the playlist for lots of sign inspiration. Make sure you check out the